What is going on YouTube, and welcome back to another video, Building My Dream Physique episode 4, and we start off on the cable raises. As always, warm up the delts before any pressing movements. This week we're working at a higher rate. I've increased the weight slightly. We're up to 4.5 kilo. Only light. The side delts are a small muscle. As tempting as it is sometimes to go heavy just to look bigger, it's all about getting the most out of the muscle. If I perform an exercise, slap another 5 kilo on, but my form is atrocious and I'm not using the muscle to its full capacity, then I'm really just wasting my time in the gym. What I'm trying to focus on here is feeling it in the side delt. So sort of scraping my knuckles across the floor and pausing at the top and just getting a good contraction. Next up is a incline press. Now, same again, we set the bar to about 30 degrees angle. So this movement, we do 3 sets. We do a higher volume set in between the 15 rep range, which we actually increase 5 kilo on this time, and we max the 15 reps. And then we stick to 30 kilo. Now, this is very disappointing. You can see my frustration after this set. I didn't push hard enough. And look, I'm just being honest now. This is what you can get from me, complete transparency. I could just delete this video, crop it out, but it's the honest. I bottled it, and it's not going to happen again. So yeah, it's really disappointing. However, we learn, and I know I could push more. I just have a little risk of injury, which is holding me back a bit. Still made progress on this movement this week. However, I still feel I could have got an extra rep or two. Next up, chest press. Now, focusing on not just driving the hands, but trying to squeeze the biceps together and get a better contraction in the chest. 3 sets. The first set, 10 to 15 reps. A heavier load on the next set, and just put in as much pressure and as much tension on the chest. The final chest movement is cable flies. 3 sets, 10 to 15 reps. Last week, looking back on the footage, I felt my form was a bit off. I want to really focus on feeling the squeeze, feeling the tension on each muscle every single set. And I feel like this was much better than the previous week. So again, progress has been made. Next up is cable tricep extension. Now, elbows are going to be pinned into the side. I'm going to feel a very good squeeze at the bottom of the rep, and I'm going to slowly control the weight up. I'm using a heavier weight this week, and again, hitting 10 to 15 reps for 3 sets. This movement, if performed accurately, is very good. What happens is we go too heavy sometimes. There's too much movement with the elbows and the shoulders, and it's taking a lot of tension off the tricep. Slow and steady tends to win the race in terms of muscle building. Don't focus too much on how strong you are. Focus on how effective the workout execution is for the muscle intended. And then we move over to a overhead cable extension. So last week, for those that watched the video, I felt I was a bit crouched over. I feel like I was a bit crunched. This week my form has improved so much more. Now we're moving on to dumbbell side raisers, superset with front raisers. I'm using the bench to limit movement. What I'm doing again is focusing on dragging my knuckles across the floor. Now dumbbell front raisers. I'm using the bench to limit momentum. However, watching this video, it does look like I'm swinging the weights a bit too quickly. So next week we're going to see more control in the movement. And this is the physique, and this is how it's looking. I'm happy with the progress I've made so far. We could be sharper, and we're going to get sharper. We are going to get in a very good condition. That is the first session of the 4th week now, building my dream physique. £145 on the scales this morning. That is a new low. Things are going very well in terms of my nutrition, my training, and overall my performance in the gym and outside of the gym. This week, I'm going to introduce one 15-minute HIIT session. Now, cardio is my biggest weakness, so this session will be very vulnerable for me. I'm going to post it on YouTube, show you guys exactly where I'm at from a cardio perspective. But yeah, thank you for all the support as always, guys. I'm loving the support on the channel at the moment. Thank you.